Look how big this nail is. Jesus Christ.
Squirrely's trying to get the screw out. We don't have pliers, so it's really difficult to get enough leverage. Twist it. Try to twist it. All right, look at that. That's the screw that we just removed. And I don't have any rubber cement, so I'm gonna try and do this.
And after a tag team, yeah, once you get the initial push, then you start twisting, it'll go in there.
All right, we're gonna fill this up. The good thing about the Super Tenere is it's got a 12-volt thing built in.
It has that, yeah, I have one that connects to the SAE plug.
Yeah, 35. But I don't think this thing will be able to pump up that much. Yeah, it's coming out.
Air's coming out?
Yeah. Okay, guys, I got that in, and it's like sticking out, and it doesn't seem to be losing air. And the way I kind of did this is that I put this tool, but I didn't go all the way in. I actually removed it halfway. I thought that you had to actually go all the way in and then pull it out, and it would stick out on the other side. But I did it like this, so these two halves kind of stick out, which doesn't seem as good, but I think it is kind of holding. Look at that, it is inflating. This little pump is going up. Doesn't seem to be leaking. That's good. Does not seem to be leaking. But that's another beauty of the Super Tenere. You have a outlet that you can tap onto. I'm gonna start the bike up. It was actually good for finding out that the tire was flat outside of the hotel room. Much better than like fixing it up in the boonies when you don't have any issues. But I did have all the tools to fix it, which is, it's good on me. But I do wish that the tire did not get a flat. But that's another thing, guys. You should all learn to fix a flat. I'm not an expert because I rarely get flat tires. But on these dark side tires, I've gotten much more flat tires than on a regular motorcycle tire for some reason. I think what I like is that I'm kind of glad that the tire became flat here, because there's plenty of ways of getting inflated here. Lots of tire shops.
You never went this way, right?
I've gone this way, but I don't think you have. No. All right, I just checked my tire pressure. It seems to be holding, so that's a good thing. Check tire pressure. Squirely wants to go a different way, so we'll go a different way. Hate to say it, but Squirely was right. This is a beautiful road. Look at this river. There's a river sometimes on the right, sometimes on the left, but also very isolated at the same time. This is, of course, Highway 80. Section of Route 80 looks unbelievably twisty. I'm looking at it on the GPS, and it is fantastic looking. A cat. Look at that. That cat is a dead cat. I do like to put waypoints. You see that? That stuff in the middle, that is gravel. That's pea gravel. I don't know why, but they pave the shoulders in Virginia a lot of times with this pea gravel, so cars will just kind of put it all over the road because they go wide. Yeah, this is a fun little road, but it's more enjoyable on a big dual sport like this. Top of the mountain, 2,800 feet. I'm gonna pull here, kind of wait for Squirely. Coming down the mountain towards US 19 looks to be a lot cleaner. Reminds me of Portugal, except without the green grass, because there's so much granite and stones just everywhere. This is so cool looking. There goes Squirely. Can he do it? Can he ride without arms? Look at that. He has no cruise control, by the way. His throttle sticks. On the way to Grundy. Man, these roads are unbelievably good. I can't believe I've never ridden around there. These roads are beautiful. You know, the scenery, the poorness, it's evident. I mean, you look around here, look at this old town, look at that trailer. Just, it's so run down, and That's the strange thing about the United States. There's so much to do about how inner cities need to be improved, how we need to help African Americans, but what about these Appalachian people that live out here? They're white, and unfortunately I don't think there's a lot of help for these people. I think there's a lot of meth addiction here. I think that's one of the big crime things, is the meth addiction. People will do anything for the pills. But the area itself is beautiful. I mean, like, West Virginia, they need to kind of get together with Southern Virginia and go like, hey, we got to bring motorcycles to this area, because we have some of the best roads in the entire country. I think I understand why Squirely wanted to come here. Geographically, this area is very different. I mean, there's very little flat sort of land, but everywhere you see, it just goes up, and people live on top of these cliffs. I think that's the reason Grundy became a little bit of a spotlight. This is a crazy, very difficult to get area. Grundy, look how steep and winding the road is. Yeah, Squirely was right about this. This is kind of crazy. Look at this. It's just like switchbacks. And I see them down there coming up. We're only 11 miles from Grundy, but the roads here are amazing. There's the road going up there. This town is completely bonkers because we're in the residential zone, but it feels like I'm in a mountain. And it's just so poor. It's kind of depressing, but it's beautiful at the same time. I don't get it. There's people with like really nice houses, and then there's like houses that are completely falling apart. But every single house is off of these big mountains. I can't imagine. It's great for, oh, look at that huge tunnel, for irrigation, because all the water kind of just drains into this creek, and I believe that's the reason the Walmart got built in a very specific location, because I think this area gets flooded because of all of these mountains. Just look at these cliffs that they cut just to make this road. It's really incredible. We realize how closed in some of these Appalachian areas are. And we're starting to see Grundy side, so we've left Vassant and we are, I believe, entering Grundy, which might be the biggest city or biggest town in this area. These stores are right up against the mountain. There's no room in the back at all. This is beautiful. This is an amazing town. This is unbelievably beautiful. Look at this. Oh my lord, this is so cool looking. I don't know why I like it so much. It's the mountains, it's the scenery, it's like the ambiance of Met. There's a cop right over there. And weird thing is that in Grundy there must be some sort of microclimate, because it is 79 degrees now and I'm boiling. And there we go, there's the Walmart. The famous Walmart built into the cliff. That's how they bring stuff into Walmart. They have a train.
We made it!
Yeah!
Famous Walmart in the world!
Look at this, it's pretty badass.
We made it, man!
We love Walmart. Probably the only ones. What is this guy doing? Look at this. I guess we're going... I like this. This is a weird looking spot. It's so strange looking. Look at that, they're fishing over there. Hey, this reminds me of Colorado. Grundy.
Hey, we were in Martinsville just the other night watching the NASCAR race. But this is actually the highlight of the trip right here. We rolled out of Marion, Virginia this morning, We just rode to the most isolated Walmart in the world. Not only the most isolated Walmart, because it was very adventurous just to get here from Marion, Virginia. You're going over several mountains through counties that look like they should belong to West Virginia. They're West Virginia counties in appearance, but they do belong to the state of Virginia. So we are here at the Grundy Walmart, which is the most unique Walmart in the world for several reasons. One, the escalator. The only Walmart in the world with an escalator. The reason they have an escalator is because right behind Ricardo here, you have a parking garage. So you have a parking garage, and then they have a technological marvel, which is the shopping cart chute, which somehow gets the shopping carts to the parking garage from Walmart upstairs. So this was probably the only Walmart to ever be built right into a mountain, essentially. The parking garage is literally built right up against the mountain here. This is coal country. Grundy, Virginia, if you take a look at a map, it's very far from interstates. It's very far from any major cities. I'm really shocked that this town even has a Walmart. But this is probably the most adventurous place to go in terms of southwestern Virginia that I know of. It's probably the smallest town with the most character. Bikes are highly visible. That bridge is interesting. It goes right over, I think that might be the Clinch River. I'm not certain. This is Buchanan County. This is the heart of Buchanan County.
Underrated town in the state. Most underrated town in the state, he says. That bridge cost $1 million. Grundy, man, this is like one of the most overlooked areas I've ever seen. It's beautiful. That bridge, that pedestrian bridge, has got a lot of history because they diverted a river in order for it not to flood. It's a crazy town with like a lot of history. We saw a local, we talked to him for a while, and we asked him, "Hey, where's the downtown?" Because we thought it might be like a little main historic district, and he's like, "You're in it. That's the Walmart. The Walmart is the downtown." We are on 460. This town is so weird and cool looking. Grundy is crazy. This is a coal mine. This is crazy. It looks like right out of the 19th century. Truck is carrying that's complete coal, but that's got a tarp on top. But the other one, right? Yeah,
Heavy as hell.
yeah. Look at him struggle up this big hill. Look how slow he's gonna go.
Yeah, look how slow he is.
He is going as much power as he's got.
Pedal to the metal.
Yeah. The trucks like struggles just up this hill. This is the industry in this area. There's nothing else. Every time I see one of these big bikes, I will always wonder if they're dark siding, and I don't think he's dark siding. Hey buddy. Squirely just decided to take off on the road here. I've been waiting him for the entire ride. All of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna speed." Alright, I caught up with Squirely. Jesus Christ. All of a sudden he's got a turbo. This is a cool little area on the way to Parisburg. To the right here is the new river. That's an incredible river, really large. This area is the highway, but it's beautiful. The other way is Grundy. This way is Parisburg. Squirely wants to go to a dealership, so we're gonna go there, and I think he said there might be some camping nearby, so we'll have to figure it out. But this is an incredible vista. Parisburg's beautiful. I don't know why he speeds up when we have to slow down. So we came here to Gearhead Junction, and I believe this is where he wanted to go. I'm not exactly sure what is happening, but hey.
I'm gonna actually put it over here on the center stand. We are live here at Gearhead Junction in Parisburg, Virginia. We are here at Gearhead Junction in Parisburg, Virginia. We took off this morning from Marion, Virginia. We went to the most isolated town with a Walmart, and also the most unique Walmart in the world in Grundy, Virginia. And then from Grundy, Virginia, we smoked it here to make it to this dealer before they close the doors. Now this dealership is only going to be at this location for approximately another 30 to 60 days. What makes this place unique is it's owned by an Army veteran. Very cool guy. I actually met him at the Beamer dealership in Salem, Virginia. We are in the heart of downtown Parisburg. Downtown Main Street is right there. You can literally throw a rock to it. Now this dealership is incredibly unique just because of where it is, the people here, the location, and most importantly, the manufacturers that they sell here. They sell some bikes that are not only highly sought after, but not even well known. But they're a niche market, each and every one of them. Some of their flagship bikes are the Royal Enfield Himalayans. They have a half dozen or so in there, quite a few different colors. They carry the GPX line, the full line of GPX full-size dual sports and their pit bikes. They carry SWMs, however they're sold out at the moment. They're going to be coming in soon. They also sell Rehus, which are, as you know, if you look into it, Gas was bought by KTM, so new Gas bikes are essentially red KTMs. The Gas company essentially reflagged as Rehu. And so all the Gas bikes from just a couple years ago are now available as Rehus. And those are available here. They have a Rehu, I think it's a 300cc dual sport essentially that people use for hare scrambles. Another thing this dealership sells a lot of are these four-wheelers, these UTVs, ATVs. They have Haisuns out of China. They're actually globally sourced, mostly from China, but they're actually assembled in McKinney, Texas, they were saying. Very knowledgeable staff here. They know all of the details of these relatively obscure manufacturers. So they're essentially a magnet for anyone that's not looking for one of the mainstream bikes. If you're not looking for a Big Four Japanese, if you're not looking for a Beamer, if you're not looking for a Triumph, if you're looking to get on a bike that's unique, and if you're looking for a dealership that has a small town feel, literally in a small town, by the way, this is a gorgeous area, amazing. The ride between Grundy and Pearisburg, Virginia, unreal. You're following the New River along 460. So we rode a lot of back roads between Marion, Virginia and Grundy, Virginia. They were great. You can take back roads and you're going to have mountain climbs, twisty roads, great scenery. But we were surprised to take the fast moving road 460 from Grundy to here, Grundy to Pearisburg. That was legit too. So as you can see, this dealership has a small showroom and they are going to be relocating to a much larger building about 10 miles from here.
Squirely ended up squirreling out and he's waiting around for a campsite that he never confirmed with a guy, so he's just kind of waiting around. Me, I'm heading home. I'm actually going to take off on the highway and I should be home by midnight. It was fun riding with him, but Jesus Christ, it can get frustrating riding with Squirely for long periods. So I'm not that far from Christiansburg either in Roanoke, so I'm just gonna blast on down to Route 81 and then just take it home. Right now I have 300 miles to go, so I should be getting home at 11 or 12 p.m. at night. I haven't done one of these really long highway rides in a while, but this bike, it's one of these bikes that is so unbelievably good on the highway. And I'm home. Man, that was a long trip up here. There's nothing like a nice 300-mile highway ride. But now I have to do some things to this bike. I'm just going to put it in the garage tomorrow, of course. The brakes are kind of making a funky noise. So, yeah, this bike is incredibly comfortable. I've done these sort of rides before, and I just kind of wore myself out riding all the way from Marion to here. I would do it like on the day. I've done it in multiple bikes, but this one is by far one of the most comfortable. The other most comfortable was the ST1300 that I had, the Honda Pan-European. But that's it, guys. That's the ride today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Kind of stuck here. The cops won't bother me.